Morning everyone, and it's been a long time since I posted any kind of video. What have I been doing? I've been doing some alternative training. Nurse H told me that decorating the house was something that would work well for fitness. So I managed to get myself kind of roped into hanging wallpaper, painting staircases, etc. Fortunately, we passed that baton to Big Stevie, brother-in-law, so thank you for that. Haven't been out on my bike very much at all though. Today, however, I'm going to do 100 miles in a Warwickshire Sportive around Warwickshire. So I came across that the other day. I didn't realise that was this weekend. And of course this weekend, Saturday 2nd September, it's actually just a week before I kick off in Land's End. So this time next week, hopefully I'll be on my way to Bodmin. Do I feel ready? No. Am I prepared? Well, I have a race number, 323. So we have a race number. I've got some, what have I got? Some fly spray or insect repellent for when I'm in Scotland. The last time I was there, I didn't have any of this and was getting bitten to bits, and I was kindly offered something to put on my face to keep midges away. Veet, V-E-E-T, Veet. Veet actually is not DEET, D-E-E-T, which is an insect repellent. Veet is for hair removal for ladies. I managed to put that all over my face and chin. I was very smooth in the morning, although a little bit sore, so I was the subject of a bit of a prank there. What else have I got? Sudocrem. Won't tell you what that's for. The other thing I've got is earplugs. Essential part of our kit. It's on the list as kind of, you know, required. 5 years ago I did Land's End to John O'Groats, and I didn't take heed. I didn't take any earplugs. There were about 150 riders on that ride, sleeping in tents across a field. After about an hour, 150 people sleeping in tents across a field sounds very, very noisy. So essential part of my kit, as there's about 800 people riding on this particular ride. So I'll be there with my earplugs, my midge repellent and my Sudocrem, all for a good night's sleep. Today is 100 miles, as I say. Hopefully tomorrow, if it's not raining, I'll do another 100. So do I feel that's enough? I guess probably, yeah, it'll have to do. I've also had a bit of a chest infection over the last kind of 2 weeks or so, which I can't seem to get rid of. So Nurse H has been kind of suggesting doctors and antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. I've said to her, if anything happens to me, I've sewn my bank card PIN number into my waistband of my underwear. So if you see a woman frantically ruffling through a man's knicker drawer, you'll know that something's happened to me. We'll take some video and maybe some photos as I go around. There should be a few riders out today. Probably know some of them. So looking forward to it. Just as an aside, you may notice that I tend to wear this kind of red top. Fat lad at the back. So this is a clothing brand that was started by, I think, some guys up in Yorkshire, some English guys, kind of into cycling but fed up wearing really XXXXXL Italian cycling clothing to make sure it kind of fits. So they started their own brand, and let's say it is for the English cyclist with a fuller figure, and I think that suits me down to a T. So fat lad at the back. I'm maybe not as fat as I was because I've dropped a few more kilos, just hovering at about 91 kilos. So that's down from 107 at the beginning of the year, so I'm pleased with that. Not quite at my target. So not quite so fat, but unfortunately quite often still at the back. So a bit of a schoolboy error, because I got down to the start of today's ride, which was at Warwick Racecourse. On the way down, it just kind of came into my head that I hadn't actually shut the garage up. So it was kind of 3 miles down the road, turned around, cycled 3 miles back to find I had actually shut the garage door. So it was another 3 miles back. So I'd kind of done 9 before I started on my 98. Anyway, we did the 98, lots and lots of people out on the road, and then realised when I got my phone out to do some filming around the route, which was absolutely stunning today, it was great sunshine, and charged my battery. So Steven Spielberg wouldn't make that mistake, I certainly did, won't do that again, but 98 miles around sunny Warwickshire, loads of people out for the day, and a great ride, feel really, really good. So 98, 107 plus the kind of 3 miles back, so 110 for today. Happy with that. And I found there's another Sportive on tomorrow, which is starting from Umberslade Hall, which actually ironically we used to rent a flat or Muse house or something, whatever it was, in Umberslade. So tonight's about recovery. It's important to kind of have your recovery drinks. So we've got beer, got some beer, and cheers. That'll do. We've got some red wine. If all else fails, we've also got Pringles. This is a diet of champions. So I think the weather's going to be okay tomorrow, and I will definitely charge my phone and take some shots of people actually cycling around Warwickshire. I wouldn't want you to think that actually all I do is standing in the kitchen with different pots. Speak to you tomorrow. It's just me and the cat tonight. Who says I don't love cats?